Hello and welcome to this introductory guide to DMXDesktop. Today we're going to try and see if we can walk you through the process of getting started, setting up your first show, and being able to see some of the basics of what you can do with the app. So of course, the first thing you need to do is download and install the application. You can do this by going to the DMXDesktop.com website and going to the download. Now, you have three different versions available. There is a Windows 64-bit, and there are two versions for Mac OS, depending on whether you've got a Apple Silicon Mac with an M2, M3 type processor, or whether you're using a older Intel-based processor. So you need to download the correct version. If you don't, well, it's not going to work. We do obviously support back to a couple of versions of Mac OS. So if you do have issues, it might be that your version's too old and you need to update. But in general, it seems to work quite well. So today what we're going to do is go through the Windows installation and getting started from there. So once you've downloaded and installed the application, you just need to run it. On Windows, that's going to automatically install the app and then start it up. In Mac, you're going to be presented with a window where you can drag and drop the app to your applications folder. And then, of course, you can start the application from there. Once you've done this, you're going to be presented with this window. So first of all, you need to sign into the application. You can't use it without signing in. And at present, we offer two methods of signing in. That's with Google or Facebook logins. This is very much for your security and is to protect the login data. There's no emails, no passwords, so no emails or passwords to be stolen. So if you simply sign in, and I'm going to just click sign in with Google here, you're going to get a pop-up window that's going to ask you to log into your Google account. Once you click on that and you accept it, you're going to be asked to open the app again. And as soon as you do that, it's going to log you in. And that's it, you're logged in. So immediately you can see that you're logged straight into the application, and it's going to pop up a little window welcoming you. And of course, if you want, you can click on the Getting Started guide, and that's going to take you to our website and show you some of the basics. But today we're going to walk you through that and show you how it starts. So first of all, you're presented with the main control panel. Obviously, there's a lot of things not enabled. Well, that's not enabled because we haven't set it up yet. But the very first thing that we recommend you do is attach a license. So the software will not work and output anything to DMX unless there's a license. So we can click on that. And for the purpose of this video, we're just going to activate the free license and click OK. So that license has now been applied to your login and it's available. So we can activate it on this machine. A license is per machine. So you've activated the free license and now you've applied it to this machine. The warnings have gone away and everything now is working. It's that simple. If you want to log in on different machines, you can always unassign the license and you can apply it to another machine. So it's very simple to move that license about, and it's always available in settings in my account. And you can see that I'm logged in here and this is the license applied to my current installation. Okay, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to focus on the basics and getting things going. So we've logged in, we've got the license applied, and now we need to get things going. So the first thing we want to do is patch some fixtures. No fixtures, then there's nothing to output. So let's go over to the stage. Now, the stage is your profile. You can have many different profiles. For example, if you are working in different venues or you have different lighting rigs and different setups, you can store them under different stages. Each stage has a complete configuration, including all the fixtures, the setup, the outputs, the ArtNet, the SACN, the USB, everything is stored under a stage. So that allows you to switch between environments, configurations really quickly and have completely different setups. So for the purpose of this, let's patch some fixtures. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to patch some basic pars because that's what we've got set up on our rig. We've got some megahex pars. So let's plug them in. I'm going to put them in my main group and I've got them in 8-channel mode. Now I've got 4 of these on our test rig and they start from address 76. I'm going to plug in 4 of them and I'm going to hit patch. So that's downloaded the profile and it's patched it, and they're basically ready to go. Now, obviously there's no output yet because I haven't activated one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug in for a simple USB DMX controller. There you go. It's been detected. I'm going to hop over to the settings and I'm going to basically choose that device in Universe 1, as that's where I've got my fixtures patched, and I'm going to enable it. And that's it. So that's now enabled, and it's activated. We can see that if we go to the DMX table and check the USB, you can see that it's already outputting the defaults for that universe. And if I click the blinder, we're going to get some action. Now, for my purposes, because I've got a test rig set up, I'm going to also activate the ArtNet, and I'm going to do that so that we can show some of the output. And that's going to be over here. I'm going to save that. So now I've activated ArtNet as well on Universe 1, and you can see if I open up the ArtNet nodes discovered in the network, you can see I've got 2 different nodes on my network, and they are both sitting there, and I've configured the DMX-AN2 as my output node. So I've activated now USB and ArtNet, and they're both running. I can see them both from the output table. So I can see that the ArtNet is outputting, and I can see that the USB is outputting. And that is already working. And that's it. So we can run through what we've done so far. We've obviously logged in, we've activated the license, we have patched some fixtures, set up the USB output, and we've set up an ArtNet output. And what we can actually do now is we can flick over and bring up our test rig, and we can check that the output's working. So I'll click on the blinder, and there we go. Those lights are lighting up as we hoped, and everything is working. And it was that simple. But there's one important step we need to do, which is we need to make sure that the lights are in the right order. Now, when I patch these fixtures, I patch them in sequence, but I doubt very much that when I hung them on the truss that they were in exactly the correct sequence. But we can check this by running the identification program. And we can see right now that, well, they're not at all in sequence. We've got 1, 4, 3, 2. So that's wrong. So 1 is there, 4 is the second. So let's just bring that over. 1, 4, and these 2 need to be swapped around. Whoops, it goes. So let's save that and then restart the identification process. And perfect, now they're in order. Brilliant. So we've got them now in the right order. So when we run effects on them, they're going to work out correctly. And we can test that immediately. We can go over to our beam effects and we can run a sequencer, and we can see that the lights are running left to right to left, and everything is working. And that's it for the getting started in this video. We've literally got you signed in, signed up, got your first fixtures patched, and we've got them working, and we've got the output going. So in the next video, we're going to look at adding some movers and showing you how to set those up.